But anyway, this is my walk back. There's another pharmacy here. There's a striped pizza place over there. They got the little bicycles with the streets and stuff. But again, I'm walking on the main street with the tram. There's another Richmond bakery. I'm trying to protect people's privacy and not record them directly, just record the shops and stuff. This is the nearest ATM for where I'm at. But anyway, as far as eating out, I am not eating out a lot because I don't have the money to. My Cigna disability insurance policy has been denying my claim over and over again, right? They initially paid for 1 week, quit paying, basically said I wasn't, to their terms, I wasn't disabled. I could go to an office visit at the doctor's office. I could stand, I could squat, I could sit for a little bit, but most of the time I'd lay down. But for a little exam, I had not lost strength in my legs. I could stand up. I could, talk with somebody a little bit. I could sit maybe 5 minutes in a chair, 10 minutes in a chair before the pain started coming back. But it's just, a short evaluation in the doctor's office that, he's evaluating you and you're telling him situations. He documents that you haven't lost muscle strength. You can still stand, you can squat, you can walk on your heels, you can walk on your toes. You're not disabled, is what their opinion is. Well, the doctor knew I was disabled. He signed the paperwork. He filled it out properly for me. I even got him an extra long form, disability evaluation. Dr. Eric Harbison, I know it's a pain, but it was something that I was trying to get paid for my disability insurance company. They were not paying me. They still aren't paying me. I did eventually hire a lawyer, but before I hired a lawyer, I basically decided, once they deny your claim, you're stuck under what you call, if you've got a big company and you're stuck under a national plan, if you have a privately purchased state insurance plan, you're under different rules. But if your disability insurance policy is at a large employer like mine is, you fall under what they call ERISA rules and guidelines. These rules were initially put in place to protect the consumer, but they've had the opposite effect to the disability insurance company. And the reason why I say they have the opposite effect is you're not allowed to, they can deny your claim, right? And they deny everybody. First time, they get the thing, they're going to deny it. They may pay for your week, but they're going to deny it. The reason they deny it is they want to make money, right? And the way the rules are set up is they're allowed to deny it. You're allowed 180 days to submit more paperwork and file an appeal. Most people don't know any better and just, fill out a simple little form and say that, write the letter. The lady Nicole from Cigna, they don't let you use their last name. It's Nicole B or whatever from Cigna. She's trying to, they have these people on there that try to get you to just file a simple letter to file this appeal. The reason they want you to file that appeal is you only get one appeal, right? Once you file that appeal, your only and next course of option is federal court. The problem is once you've filed that appeal, the way the rules are set up, you cannot submit any more evidence. So, just for an example, if I had submitted an appeal myself without a lawyer, I would, if I submitted it before my surgery, let's say something major happened with this surgery, and it is really windy here. I recommend the jackets. A lot of people's umbrellas are buckling. It depends which way you're walking on the highway. But anyway, if I was to file an appeal without having, prior knowledge and stuff like that, let's say I filed an appeal in January before my surgery, and they still denied it, and then it ended up going to federal court. If I did that in January and then in February I had this surgery and something, luckily I'm doing better. My pain is getting a little worse every day. I'm probably going to stop the Nucynta tomorrow. But anyway, if there would have been a situation where even if I was like paralyzed from the waist down or something happened like that, surgery mishap or something, that new evidence could not be submitted into my federal court case for disability. Only the information prior to that can be submitted. So, and the thing is, if you go to federal court and you do sue and you do win, you're not allowed to recover lawyer fees at all. You're not allowed to recover pain and suffering. You're not allowed to cover, the stress and the stuff from their missing things. So basically, if they lose in court, they're only responsible for paying you the original amount that they would owe you anyway. So their practice is to deny everybody and try to get them to file an appeal and see if they win in court or not. Because it's ridiculous, because they probably end up sending every court to a judge, and the judge has to look at it, but the judge doesn't have all the pictures and details. The way the thing's set up is, that you're not allowed to submit any more evidence of your disability. ERISA laws, I'm going to be writing and submitting this to my Congressman Joe Wilson. The ERISA laws need to be redone. You need to be able to have a medical doctor go to for a second opinion or evaluation or something like that. You need to be able to recover your lawyer fees. Just for an example, like in my case, I'm having to pay a lawyer for my appeal. I didn't have cash to pay an appeal. I ran out of money. I borrowed $50,000 out of my 401k. The surgery was originally $45,000. I've had to borrow another $20,000 from my mom to cover the balloon hypo cost. I mean, I'm lucky I'm in a situation where I had the money to do that. I feel so sorry for the people that don't. But anyway, they probably owe me 15 to 20 grand at this point. And the lawyer is going to end up getting 30% of that. And I don't get the right under the ERISA laws to recover the fees, because they're totally, Cigna's being total idiots, and they deny everybody. They were actually fined millions of dollars. I think it was like $200 million. California fined them a few years ago for their practices of the way they handle disability claims. Well, they're still doing it. The ERISA laws need to be done away with. If this goes to court, I'm hoping I can get my, I think I've got enough video documentation and everything else of my disability, of the stuff I've been through, that there's no way they're going to win to court. But the thing is I'm still going to lose 30% of the money they owe me, because I'm not legally allowed to recover lawyer fees. The ERISA laws need to be redone. Petition your congressman. If you have a disability insurance plan that falls under the ERISA guidelines, I highly recommend that you switch and get a locally purchased state plan. If you get a locally purchased state plan, you are allowed to sue for damages. You're not tied up in federal court. You get a local court. You actually get the right to a jury trial, which you lose under the ERISA law firms, the ERISA laws, and you only basically get to present your stuff to a judge. So lots of different rules apply for a state locally purchased disability plan versus a company ERISA plan. So just wanted to let everybody know about this situation. I was not aware of it until I'm in it, but main reason I'm not eating out a lot is I don't have the money to.